With contenders trials being finished just this week, and with new teams being contenders, we've seen a lot of new meta shifts, especially within Tier 3 scrims. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we're doing something a little bit different this time. I brought a guest with us, part of some of the teams I've been in the past, and I'm currently on. If you want to introduce yourself, Schipp.
Hey, I'm Schipp. I'm a 4.5 Octane on attack mode, and I was like most recently also on regen. It's basically where I'm more known from, I feel like.
Yeah, it works better the second time around when I actually have the stuff displayed on screen. If you were in chat, you understand. Anyways, to keep this below 15 minutes... we're going to try to just get right into this, and I think we can both agree, and everyone else can agree, that Orisa is probably S tier, and that kind of goes along with Sigma. Just map dependent, even, that's the thing, I feel like even it's not even map dependent, it's just good everywhere.
I just think like, for utility with Sigma, it's just too good not to run it, because the other, like, in my opinion, I don't think any tank's strong right now, it's just the supports make the tank strong right now. In my opinion.
I don't know, dude. We'll get into that. Okay. I think I put Sig S tier above Orisa though, just because he gets more solo value. But they're kind of like a package deal. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I think Sig is better right now, but it's because all the other tanks kind of suck.
Well, yeah. 100%. Okay, then we should probably go like lowest of the low. I'm thinking like Ryan or Winston right now. It's pretty bad. Or Zarya.
I'd say Zarya is probably like
Zarya is probably D tier, yeah. I don't know if I put anything else D tier. I feel like Ryan, since it's runnable, you kind of put him in C tier for King's Row. Yeah. Just because we're keeping one character type and everything. I'd say like Ryan's bottom C tier probably.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. I think Hog you could probably put low too. I just like you can run him the Hog Sig, but then Orisa's just better in team.
Well, do you think Winston's better than Hog? Do you think that brawl comp is still decent that Hour Zero's been running?
I haven't seen it. Is it just like Hog?
Is it still the same thing? The monkey what was it? Monkey Diva?
Oh, the like Monkey Diva.
Sombra Reaper brawl?
I think that's probably not as strong now since Brig and Vapor meta, but I think like if you go dive, then Diva. I think you go Diva Ball because Ball's kind of strong.
So we're thinking like Ball Diva A tier, Winston B tier, Hog top C tier.
I mean, I don't really know where Hog ever stands. I just kind of think he's bad because it's easily counterable in team play. Because I'm not going like based on comp. So I put Ryan ahead of Hog in my opinion. But I still think you can run him on like maybe Havana first if you like have like because that was like the meta before Orisa was there. You'd run Hog Sig, so I think like it could go either way. I
mean, it is shifting to more of a brawl meta, so I guess Ryan would be more usable in that sense.
I'd say it's like a brawl / spam hybrid. Right now.
Which is why Sig and Orisa are so freaking strong. With that said, though, I would put the Ball Diva A tier just because it has more usage.
Ball ahead, yeah.
And then probably Winston B tier, just because you have to have something B tier. At that point, I might just put Ryan B tier.
I mean, I think like all A through C minus Roadhog is like kind of interchangeable. I mean, like I think Ryan's probably the worst, but like he's still run on a few maps.
Yeah.
Which I think like the dive tanks you just run on like maybe a Caulk that like Brawl isn't the best on or resisting doesn't get much value.
Yeah.
And like it's easily diveable. So that's like my logic at least.
I would say so. Alright, moving on to DPS. I'm thinking Genji D tier. Or is Nanoblade, are you saying Nanoblade is C tier?
No, I'm just saying there's a worse DPS.
Oh no, we can put a lot of different DPS in D tier.
I'd say probably Genji's the best one to put in D tier. I think he can be run, but like you have to play it in a certain way. You have to be a really good Genji player.
I feel like you literally have to be a one trick to be playing Genji at this point, and even then, Ana's not going to be super strong into that. At least from what I know. I'm trying to think of anything else I'd put D tier. Everything else has kind of a use in some niche comps, like maybe Bastion, but I feel like Bastion's stronger now with double shield, where you could argue putting it in bottom C tier.
I was debating Sim, but I feel like it's not terrible. So like you could put it in C.
Yeah, I think Genji's arguably the only like D tier DPS right now, in my opinion.
Maybe Junkrat, but then you can run them on like one map, like Legion.
No, that's the thing. I'm thinking like C tier is kind of like the niche, like you pick them one map and they're kind of good. Okay. Like Sim Junk, like.
So Sim Junk Hanzo.
Yeah, I mean Hanzo, I guess. Yeah.
I guess you. I feel like double. D.
Yeah, if we're going like that, I guess Bastion's like still runnable, but not really.
I put him ahead of Zarya though, because like I think he's like out of those options, I'd rather have a Bastion than a Zarya. Yeah, my logic. But
the way that people wanted it to be like separated was the tank DPS and support. So I would be, this would be a lot different if it was that way. Well, okay, now that we've put a few in lower tier, like what do you think is the best? I'm thinking like Fire and Ice. Have we run that at all? I don't know if that's decent. I feel like it's counterable by like Farmseer or Echo.
I think that can be something that's S tier, but like it depends on what your team wants to run. Like I think Mei can be strong if you have a good Mei player and you're on with like another spam / brawly hero like Kree. But you can also go like a more spammy, go like Ashe Echo, or like you can even brawl more with like I don't know, Doom Reaper and just Intin. So like it really just depends. I that's my opinion of it right now. I think you can go either way. I'm guessing most maps will go the hybrid, so go like a brawly hero and like a spammy hero that can kind of do both.
Yeah, I feel like a Kree or like Kree Mei, I feel like is coming back. If that's the type of brawl it's kind of leaning to. I feel like Tracer's decent, but not as good.
I say Tracer's like B. Just like if they ran something like easily that Tracer could just get more value out of, like it could work. But
I mean, then what do we think is S tier?
I mean, I guess you could argue like Echo, Mei, Ashe, Kree, like.
Maybe we should like build up then and like see what's really not feeling it, and then we can like balance it out. Because if I don't really see any DPS, it's like this character's broken right now.
I'd argue like Pharah and like Sombra might be like C or B tier just because like you can run it with dive is my logic. But like I don't think Pharah is the play.
I think Pharah is just like Pharah one trick teams will run it, but it'll get more value than a Genji one trick team.
I think if the other team went brawl and you went dive, you'd have to go Pharah just to get a lot of damage. But then you could also go Echo. But I think Pharah is.
Yeah, I think I put Tracer top of B tier just because it kind of contends, and Sombra's good with brawl. With that being said, I think I might put Pharah top C tier just because I don't see the reason why you'd run it over something else. Let's see. Where's Widow? Is Widow still any like? I guess because shields, she's kind of like not as good, but she's always on my list. She's always high, just high up there, just because you can pull her out and she's kind of good.
I mean, at the bare minimum, you're gonna see her on Junkertown.
Yeah.
And like maybe Havana, like that's kind of like iffy depending on what you guys want to run. But it's like I'd say like if it wasn't double shield, you could probably still run her. It just would be a lot harder, and you'd have to get more creative with the angles. But I feel like it's Widowmaker, and she has a one-shot ability, so yeah, I put her like BC. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think bottom B tier. With Doom Reaper Brawl though, I don't think that's the vibe right now.
Yeah.
I think that should be top of B tier, as it's still a really good comp, but there's so many DPS that are gonna fill up the S and A tiers that I don't want to overfill it.
Yeah.
I think that Soldier is honestly A tier. Or like bottom A tier. I think he's solid.
The only reason why I'd say no is because like you get pure damage, but then your ultimate doesn't really get any value. Like you're just gonna shoot shields. So that's why like I put Soldier like B and you put like Doom up 1 because it's double shield and you can just punch through the shield and get a one shot. That's like kind of what I'm thinking. Like I don't think Soldier's bad because like you get a lot of shield break and you can just keep pounding damage, but then the
I mean like
isn't there.
What's Kreezalt gonna do?
I mean, it goes through shields. It can break shields.
I mean, true.
Like it depending on your shield health and like how long he holds it, it can go through a shield and kill someone. So
I just feel like the sheer damage output of Soldier is like really strong right now.
You can also visor the Sigil, but I mean,
like of course Visor isn't going to be getting value, but I don't think his value's in Visor. Like Doomsalt's kind of dog meat. Well, not really.
Yeah, but you can pull, and the rest is there, so therefore it's better. Plus his neutral's pretty good. You can brawl pretty heavily.
I think I agree with you. We can actually put the Doom Reap on A tier, and like Soldier's good, but why run Soldier if you can run like Ashe?
Or Kree.
Or like, Kree, yeah.
Plus the Ashe and the neutral seems to get a lot of value too.
Yeah. You're not wrong. That being said, I kind of want to put Creme Torb as okay, I want to put at least Creme in S tier. Like Creme Echo. I think those are like the most solid. I don't know which one's the most solid. Maybe Echo, I think, is pretty strong. Then Kree, and then May.
I think Ashe could be good too.
I think Ashe is top A tier with Torb.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because like
it reminds me of the old meta, like the Genji Ashe, and how that's
that's kind of like that's the thing. Like this meta, I feel like it plays like tempo wise a lot like the Genji Ashe did, where like you're playing for spam, and like if you hit a big dynamite and your Genji dashes from behind, like then you just hit the trigger and go. But it's different characters. Like this time, I feel like it's a pull with an Echo Mines to force out BAP immortality, and then you push.
Yeah, I think also like what people don't understand with double shields, I think it takes more skill than people think.
Oh, 100%.
A bad Orisa, you can like go like, oh, this guy is not pulling anything useful, or like not using a correct corner.
Yeah.
And so like a good Orisa like actually makes a difference. I know in like compets memes like, oh, you're an Orisa player, or like you played Orisa this much, but like that practice can actually lead to some good success in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Like here's the thing, now especially when shields are so weak, like you have to make every shield count as well. I think that's pretty true. If you have a shitty main tank and that doesn't know what he's doing, like that's the thing. If there's people like Smurf, or I don't know, who's a really good like player in our Overwatch league that's known for Orisa?
The Overwatch league?
Yeah. Or like Rhino. Like Rhino's Orisa is like, in my opinion, is what I know Rhino for. Like his Orisa is really good.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can't think of anyone on the top of my head if I'm being honest,
but like the thing is that you're trying to say is like Orisa takes scale. I would agree with you there. But now we're on to supports, and you know what?
I'm gonna let you do it.
She's the worst character in the fucking game right now. I have not played Ana since March, and I played her for a week, and we rolled through OD that week. I've never played her again. It is so sad. It is so sad. But it's just the truth. Is that what we're both thinking?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that BAP and Brig are pretty much S tier.
Yeah.
With Zen being A tier.
I think that's good. It just depends on that.
Yeah. And I think Lucio I also put in A tier just because the Doom Reaper is still there. And then I would put Mercy. Actually, yeah, no, I'd put Mercy, then B tier, and then Moira C tier. I think that's kind of goes without question. I think the motorcycler agrees, but I don't know how you feel about this.
I think that's fair. Just Moira is interesting because I think Batbrig's better, but then you can play for first co, so then it could be better. But then like the Batbrig are too broken now because of the buffs they did.
I mean, yeah, Bap like he's been getting shadow buffs that no one's been realizing for the past like 3 months, and like his ult costs less. He does more damage. He does more healing, burst healing ish. I don't know. I think Bap's really good. He didn't even need that big meter to the wall change, to be honest. I think he's just really solid. But honestly, I'm looking at this tier list. This is like the most balanced team meta I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like Ryan's in a pretty bad spot, which, you know,
well, yeah,
sucks.
And in every meta, there's going to be characters that are dog meat. But this one allows for like the most different ideas. I feel like on this list, there are ideas that are better than others, but we haven't really figured that out yet. but we're getting closer to like a meta list that's solid that we can look at. The problem is, chat, is that every time we get to that meta list that's solid, it always shifts. But for the sake of like ending the video now, is there anything that you want to plug, Schipp? Any like Twitter, any Twitch links? Watch me here.
Well, my Twitter is Schipp_OW, and my Twitch is just Schipp. So if you want to follow me there and see what I do, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, go follow Schipp. He's a crazy off-tank player. I know most for his Sigma and his Diva and his Hog. Literally everything off-tank. They're all solid. I'd go check him out. As for me, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. I'm a flex support. I also play in attack mode as a sub. I'm starting to get a lot of experience there. You know what? Subs matter. If you want to be a sub for a good team, do it. Anyways, guys, until next time, I gotta peace out and paz out. I appreciate watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or if you're seeing this on Reddit or Twitter. Also, just tell me how you guys feel about it. But as I said, I gotta go. See you in the next one. Peace out.